happening, people? It's your girl Mainoo. Welcome back to the channel. You already know what it is. Happy Wednesday. I was about to say happy Friday, but it's not Friday. In my brain it is, but it's not Friday. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing all well. It's a late one today. Daily dose of Mainoo at 10 p.m. UK time. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm clearly off of schedule, but if you guys have not realized, I've actually been dropping a video every single day so far this week. So if you've not checked out today's video, go and make sure you check it out, because essentially it's PSR for dummies. It's explaining PSR, how it impacts Manchester United, and how Man United can find some loopholes around it for the transfer window. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Listen, it's been an electric. Is that even the right term to use? It's been a chaotic 24 hours of Manchester United transfer news, particularly with outgoings. Yesterday, David Ornstein reporting that Manchester United have not crossed out the idea of selling Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho because of ding, 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 PSR. Today as well, talks have heated up regarding Marcus Rashford's departure, and just less than an hour or so ago, it was reported that Marcus Rashford's agent and brother, Dwayne, has met with AC Milan officials at the club to discuss a potential move. There's no offer on the table yet, but I think they're just trying to see whether their ideas are kind of aligned. But it is confirmed that Manchester United will have to absorb at least 50% of the transfer of the wages, if Marcus Rashford goes on loan. And obviously, once they decide whether he's the right fit, they will approach the club to make an official bid. Now, whether that bid will have a loan and an obligation to buy and an option to buy, I guess we'll figure out more in the coming days. But transfer window is slowly, it's warming up, guys. It's warming up. So we're going to talk about all of that. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well if you've just come through. If you've just come off the back of watching Liverpool lose to Spurs, well, welcome. I'm not going to lie, guys. I stopped watching about the 60-ish minute because I got bored. I'm not going to lie. I got bored. That was the most boring 60 minutes of football I've watched in the last couple of weeks. It was a snooze fest. I started watching Barcelona's cup game instead, and they were winning 2-0. But I just heard that Liverpool lost 1-0, and I just saw a clip of the goal. Shout out to Solanke, man. That's a serious number 9. It seems like everybody's got number 9s, guys, except for Manchester United. But listen, guys, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new here. If you want to join the membership club, you can. It's the pinned comment in the chat. You get your badges, you get your emojis, you get your custom member content, and of course, you get to support the growth of the channel. Now, guys, I have decided, remember, guys, I went through a phase where I had a gaming channel, or I was starting to do gaming content. Well, instead, I've decided to move that over to my second channel, and that's basically where I'm going to do all other football content. This is going to be, obviously, the home of Manchester United men and women's predominantly. But I'm going to start doing some short form videos just for football in general, you know, La Liga, Serie A, Ligue 1, you know, Premier League, Championship. If you want to see that, I'm going to do that. So make sure in the bio of this video, you subscribe to my second channel. It's literally just called, I think, More Mainoo Football, because it's More Mainoo Football. This is Mainoo Football. This is the home. And then we got More Mainoo Football, where you'll get to see more stuff over there. But big up to everyone that's locked in. And be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. If you want to support the channel in alternative ways, you can by sending in super chats with your comments, with your questions, with your thoughts, or just to show some love. And like I said, that really helps the growth of the channel in more ways than you can imagine. But listen, guys, let's get into it. Minna, I need to connect with you. Need some advice on the women's football tiers. Give me a shout, bro. Give me a shout. I told you about the purple thing, Minna. It ain't it. I'll be fully involved with the second channel. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the purple thing. The purple thing is like I can't stay consistent. I just can't. Second channel. I'm gonna drop the link to the second channel right now in the chat. It's literally just More Mainoo Football. That's it. Maybe I haven't put it in the bio. Have I put it in the bio? I have put it in the bio. Happy Liverpool have lost, aren't we all? Aren't we all happy that Liverpool lost? I'm happy to see that. But you guys know, I'm not gonna lie, Liverpool losing, they're just gonna take Spurs back to Anfield and probably slap them. Like I feel like that is going to be the inevitable. That is what's gonna happen. But transfer news, let's start with the main transfer news. And this was reported yesterday by David Ornstein, suggesting why Manchester United would consider selling Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho if The Price is Right. Isn't that a show, guys? I swear The Price is Right is a show, right? Am I bugging out? I feel like The Price is Right. I used to watch that. It is an American show. It is an American show. So okay, Manchester United treating this like it's a game show. Manchester United would consider selling Mainoo and Garnacho if the price is right. Now, Manchester United essentially before were reluctant to sell homegrown players such as Kobe and Alejandro Garnacho. However, they are not actively looking right now to sanction an exit. But I think it's one of them situations where, like it says in the title, if the price is right, they will consider it. If a club comes in for a 60 million bid when it comes to someone like Alejandro Garnacho, I'm sure that they will take it up. I'm pretty sure they will. And I would actually expect them to. Now, I think the fan base was shocked with the news that suggested, and I can't remember who it was that broke the news yesterday, that Chelsea were keeping an eye and are interested in Kobe Mainoo. Now, it's also reported by that same reporter that Kobe Mainoo is interested or looking for new wages. He's probably looking at Mason Mount, Christian Eriksen, guys that aren't playing, that are sitting on 200k a week. And you know what? I actually think that the sooner that the high earners at Manchester United actually leave, the better, because I really think Amad Diallo's new contract, and we're going to get to that, I think Amad Diallo's new contract is going to kind of be the base level to kind of show us what to expect for future contract renewals when it comes to certain players, such as, you know, academy players that have come through and kind of influenced the first team, like Kobe, maybe like Garnacho, if he stays at Manchester United. Now, I spoke about it in the video that I uploaded this afternoon as to why Manchester United would look to sell both of these players. But like I said, guys, PSR, Man United, guys, if you look into the finances of Manchester United, they are, excuse my language, they are effed. How much is Amad getting now, Minna? Amad's on peanuts right now. He's on absolute peanuts. I think he's on like 20k a week. I think he's on like 20k. I think he's on his original contract that he signed when he joined Manchester. He's on 28k. He's on 28k a week. So he's pretty much on nothing. Well, that's not nothing. That's a lot of money, guys. 28k a week would change my flipping life. But he's definitely going to get bumped up. You know, you look at players who have got bumper contracts in recent years. Diogo Dallo got a bumper contract and he got 85k a week. So that can kind of make you imagine maybe what we can expect for these players to come. Now, I think long gone are the days that players can have a kind of hold over Manchester United financially. Yes, Man United are in a position from a PSR perspective where they need to make profit. So they will look at their sellable assets in the academy or players that have come through the academy. But I think the days are long gone that players can hold Manchester United ransom. I don't want to say hold them ransom, but yeah, basically do that and demand a certain amount of money. Now, look at all the players that have signed for Manchester United over the last 10 years. Everybody was on big wages. Like, I don't think there's a player that United didn't bring in for a big fee that didn't get big wages on top of that. Think of Paul Pogba, think of Jadon Sancho, think of Ibrahimovic, of course, think of Cristiano Ronaldo. Think of all these players that Manchester United have brought through, for big fees. Now, reportedly, by the Times, PSG are keeping an eye on Garnacho's situation at Manchester United. And it's not just PSG that are keeping an eye on him as well. Atletico Madrid is another team that are keeping tabs on Alejandro Garnacho's situation at Manchester United. Reportedly, Manchester United would only consider a sale if it's a big money offer that comes through. So like I said, although David Ornstein said that Manchester United could potentially look at selling Kobe Mainoo and Garnacho, it's still very, very unlikely. Now, let me ask you a lot of question. If you had to sell either of them, who are you selling? Let me know. Who are you selling if you had to sell either of these players? I know what everyone's going to say. I have a feeling everyone's going to say Garnacho. Because I look at the two of them and I think, well, what are these photos? Yeah, I know they're not very flattering, is it? These pictures are not really that. I should have picked some more flattering pictures. That is actually a horrible picture. I just looked at I went on Google and typed in both of them together, basically. This is the first picture that came up, so this is the first one that I'm using. Sell both and pay down the debt, could get 180 million for both of them. So MA is the only person that's saying to sell both. Everyone else is saying sell Garnacho. Everyone's saying sell Garnacho because you can get money ASAP. I also think about who is more likely to have a role in the team, whether it's as a rotation player, whether it's a squad player, whether it's as a starter in the next 2 years. Who is going to be the most likely person to have a role in the team? And I really think it will more likely be Kobbie Mainoo than it will be Alejandro Garnacho. I'm watching Garnacho now currently, and I'm struggling to find a place for him in Ruben Amorim's front line. Like, I'm struggling to find a place for him, a regular place, or a place where he can add value, or he can add impact. Of course, he got an assist against Liverpool at Anfield on the weekend, but that's really the first time I think he's actually influenced the game on the stat sheet in terms of assists or goals in quite some time. I actually don't think he's had an assist or a goal in quite a long time. So I do kind of struggle to see where he fits best. And I feel like Kobbie Mainoo is more likely to be able to have maybe a role in the team, whether it's as a starter or a squad player. That's a completely different conversation. Young talented players coming up the ranks, playing regularly and negotiating a contract after a year is a regular occurrence in every club. When it comes to United, it just gets talked about more. I mean, look at Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer joined Chelsea last summer, had one amazing season with them, and got a bumped up contract this summer. It does happen. Absolutely, I agree. It does happen. But United is, the biggest club in the world. Let's not deceive ourselves. It is the biggest club in the world because everything about United gets you clicks. Journalists know the stories, the aggregators. They're going to eat it up on Twitter, recycle the news, and distribute it to the millions and millions of Manchester United fans there are. It is an interesting one, though, because it's like players... I thought Garnacho and Kobbie were under the untouchable kind of players, What? That's crazy. I need to come back to this news. I'm going to come back to this news when I talk about Rashford. When I talk about Rashford, I'm going to come back to that. That's my face when I first tried doing it. Ridwan, you just gave me PTSD, bro. You just gave me PTSD from the first time that I tasted durian. I actually thought I was gonna die. I don't know if shout out to everyone from Malaysia. Shout out to all my Malaysians, yeah. But when I first tried durian, I thought I actually felt like my organs were gonna start to fall out. Like, I'm not even joking. I thought my liver, my kidney, everything, I thought it was about to fall out. Durian is the worst fruit that I've ever had in my life. And I absolutely despise my friend who tricked me into having it. I absolutely despise my friend that tricked me into having it. Alejandro Garnacho, by the way, guys, is on a 4-year deal. He's got a 4-year deal, and he's on 50k. Now, compare that to Kobbie Mainoo, guys, who's only on 20k. I absolutely, by the way, understand why Kobbie Mainoo might be looking for a new contract. It's funny, though, because he just signed that new deal in February 2023. So nearly about... Oh, that's nearly 2 years ago. Damn, I was about to say last year, but that's actually... We're in 2025. 2 years ago. And that was, what, 6 months, 3 months, 4 months after his kind of breakout year that he was having with Manchester United. You look around Man United's kind of salaries and the earners, and Kobbie Mainoo is the lowest earning player in the first team if I exclude Dan Gore and Toby Collier. And the reason why I'm saying if I leave them two out is because they don't play for Man United. They only earn 5K. They're on their first professional contract that they would have signed coming from the academy. So Kobbie Mainoo is the lowest earning player in Manchester United's first team. And the second lowest earning player is Amad Diallo. And after that, it's people that either don't play or people that play inconsistently in the lineup. Next is Altay Bayinda, Tom Heaton, Garnacho, Evans, Malacia, Diallo, Hoyland, and then everybody else to come as well. You look at Man United's highest earners, and this is why I say Man United will hopefully go down a path soon where player power in terms of salaries will be no more, because this is Man United's highest earners, guys. This money would change my life, guys. It would change all of our lives. It would change all of our £350,000 a week. A week. You're getting paid 18 million a year. Come on, man. Come on. Anyways, you look at Man United's highest earners, and I think slowly but surely these will be all out of the door in the next 12 or so months. Casemiro will soon be out the door. We're going to come to that. Bruno Fernandes is probably the only one that has a secure future short term. I could say that Bruno Fernandes, at least for the next 6 to 12 months, his future is secure. Marcus Rashford, we're going to come to him. Mason Mount, I think Man United need to move him on in the summer. Anthony, we're going to come to him as well because United are looking to move him on. Matthias de Ligt, one of the new incoming players this summer. He's one of the higher earners at United. But do you see the drop of how many people? There's only 2 people that earn around 200k plus, between 200 to 300k. Everybody else is less than that. Jadon Sancho is listed as 150 here because I think Man United took on half of his salary when he went on loan. Christian Eriksen, we're going to come to him because he's expected to leave. Luke Shaw, United need to push him out. And then after that, everyone else is on, I would say, standard salaries. I would say these are standard salaries for football teams. But on the topic of that, let's move on to the next point, which is probably the most cemented piece of news that we have coming through for Casemiro. Manchester United are looking to offload Casemiro, and he has offers from the Saudi League. Now, the Saudi Sovereign Fund, which is the Saudi Sovereign Fund the 4 big teams in the Saudi League: Al Ittihad, Al Hilal, Al Nasser, and I can't remember the other one. But they are state owned. They are obviously owned by the government, and they fund these 4 clubs to allow them to bring in top talents, which is why you see Cristiano Ronaldo earning billions and billions over there. You got Mitrovic, Moussa Diaby, Neymar, Kante, everyone. Al Ahly, there you go. That's the other team. Casemiro is reportedly very close to moving to Saudi Arabia. The Sovereign Fund have practically closed the transfer. The contract with Casemiro is agreed. Which club he will be joining will be defined later. So, for some context for you guys in the Saudi League, guys, the way that the English League has a in the English League, guys, you have to have a certain number of homegrown talent in your team. In Saudi, it's the opposite. You can only have a certain number of foreign players. However, at the beginning of the calendar year, you can resubmit your kind of team list, take people out, put people in. So, for example, Neymar would not have been listed in Al Hilal's squad this year because he was out with an ACL injury. He can play for them, and he did play for them. He actually made his return back in November in the Asian Champions League, and then he got injured again, but he can't play for them in the league because he's not registered. So some teams might have 1 or 2 spots available for foreign nationals to play for the squad. So as a result, Casemiro's departure to the Saudi League looks likely. Now, what is the price that Manchester United could get? It's about 25 to 30. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's not much. It's not much compared to the 70 million that United spent on Casemiro. It's not much. But if you watched my video today, and if you didn't, you're a disgrace, and you should watch it after this stream. I did a PSR for dummies. I'm not calling you dummies, but PSR dumbed down for people. And I said, why Man United need to sell him for more than 28 million pounds. That is more than that. 28 million plus, and Manchester United in the financial year, they make a profit on his net book value. Now, like I said, from an overall perspective, selling him for 25 to 30 million is not a profit because you bought him for 70 million. But from a net book value and from a PSR perspective, every penny helps, guys. Every penny helps. His book value is 15 million now. Not yet, because he's on a 5-year deal at United. Am I the only one that doesn't want Casemiro to leave in January, guys? I would rather he left in the summer, because I know for sure Manchester United are not bringing in a player as a replacement for him. So Man United will go from having Ugarte and Kobe as the starters in the midfield, and then they're going to have Eriksen and Collier, and obviously Bruno. I'm just worried. Douglas Luiz, hear me out. I would absolutely have Douglas Luiz at United. Absolutely. But too many teams are linked to him right now. City are linked to him. Forest are linked to him. And these are all teams that are above us in the table, bro. We cannot compete. We cannot compete. But it looks like Casemiro could be on the way out. Like, do you not remember when United signed Casemiro? Because I do. That was a good summer. That was a great summer when we signed Casemiro. I thought, oh my God. I remember saying to my friend, oh my God, when Pogba leaves, we bring him a partner. I thought United were back up. Like, I thought, yeah, United back on top. We are back on top now. Life humbled us. Life humbled us so quickly, guys. Some more news on Manchester United's potential transfer targets. You see what I realized, guys? You know, by the way, I can't keep up with transfer news in the January window, guys. I really struggle to. I try my best to, but every day I'm seeing and you know, aggregated accounts on Twitter. Shout out to them because they save us a lot of time of having to go out and find the news and listen to the podcasts and read the articles. A lot of the time I do read the articles depending on where it's on. If it's Daily Mail, I'm not reading it. But if it's The Athletic, I'm going to read it. But man, I'm scrolling Twitter and I'm just seeing the same thing repeated 10 different times in 10 different ways. But DiMarzio reporting earlier today that Kolo Muani is Juventus's first choice attacking target. Contacts continue with the player's entourage and PSG. Luis Enrique has made it clear he does not want Kolo Muani, so he needs to find PSG need to find a solution for Kolo Muani, whether it's a loan and then a permanent transfer in the summer. Manchester United are fond of him and are keeping an eye on him, but I don't see it happening. I'm not gonna lie. If he's Juve's prime target, that could possibly mean bye-bye. Joshua Zirkzee is staying at United and Juve end up moving for Kolo Muani instead. I think that could be a huge possibility. Now, my only worry is that Man United let Marcus Rashford go, and we're going to get to Marcus Rashford soon. But I'm worried that they let Marcus Rashford go and they don't bring anyone in to replace him. And that means United will be going into the second half of the season with Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund as our only strikers. Now, I know you lot are going to say, but Mina, Rashford's barely played over the last 5 or so games. He's barely made any impact. Man United need the numbers, i.e. the bodies. They need the players, the options. They cannot, for me, let a striker go or a forward player go and not bring in one as a replacement. Zirkzee is better than Kolo Muani. I think they are two different players. I actually think they're not really comparable. I actually think that they are not that comparable. I think they're two different players. The kind of profiles they are so different that they are essentially both for two different systems. And neither of that, I do think Joshua Zirkzee would be more suited to United's current system, but I don't think he's suited for United's current system, if that makes sense. I don't think he's suited for what United have right now, but maybe for what United are trying to build under Amorim, he could be suited for that. Kolo Muani, I don't really see it unless Man United want to go and play one kind of inside 10 and one kind of second striker behind the number 9. Then I see maybe Kolo Muani fitting in there. I don't see him as an out-and-out 9. I've watched him a lot at PSG and I've never really been convinced with him. I actually thought when PSG brought him, I thought that they were buying him as a wide forward. I thought they were buying him as a replacement for Kylian Mbappe, but they weren't. That was not the case. Christian Eriksen. This comes from Dean Jones. Shout out to Dean, man. He's actually a top guy. He's a top guy. Christian Eriksen is expected to leave Manchester United this month. There's no kind of information about potential destinations, potential moves, potential options that he have. It's just simple as that. He's expected to leave. Now, maybe United want to cash in and make a light million, 1.5 million, a little something on a transfer fee, because let's be honest, he wouldn't go for any more than that, especially when he's got 6 months left on his contract. Now, this is the conversation or the topic that just never goes away. Man, this topic of conversation, guys, just never goes away. And I'm saying it never goes away, but here I am talking about it all the time. Here I am talking about it all the time. Now, Man United, I don't know if you remember a couple of days ago, but Marcus Rashford was linked to Borussia Dortmund. It's very unlikely now that Marcus Rashford will join Borussia Dortmund. And his most likely destination could be AC Milan. Now, For some context, this is coming out of Italy, literally about 9:16, so about an hour and 10-15 minutes ago, coming out of Italy. Marcus Rashford's brother agent, should we say, met with Milan today. No decision was made. However, the conversation was very positive. The financial aspect of the transfer was not addressed. However, Milan feel like they are in the running, but are aware of the difficulty of the deal due to the costs and the competition, especially from other clubs such as Juve and Dortmund. The parties will meet again in the coming days, and it's expected for Milan to propose to Manchester United that they must cover at least half of Marcus Rashford's wages. Now, just for some kind of context, guys, yeah, because you know me, I love context. Let's look at AC Milan's salaries and who are the highest earners at AC Milan. Now, let's look at it in GBP. This is crazy, guys. This is actually nuts. This is AC Milan's kind of salary situation. Alvaro Morata is their highest earner over there on 130 million, followed by Ismail Benacer, followed by Rafael Leao, and then everyone else after that makes 100k or less. Rafael Leao, Tammy Abraham, Fofana, Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Florenzi, all of them make less than 100k, which is why I'm not surprised that AC Milan are going to or trying to negotiate with Manchester United to cover half of Marcus Rashford's wages. I kind of said this when this news came out of different Italian clubs being interested in Marcus Rashford. I said there was no way that I saw him going to these teams without Manchester United covering some of their wages. Now, just for some context, guys, Marcus Rashford earns what, 350 a week, 300 a week. So if Man United cover half of the wages and AC Milan cover the rest of the half, that will still make him the highest earner at AC Milan. Now, the difficult part would be if he goes there on a permanent, what happens then? Will Manchester United have to fork out the difference and kind of pay him out? Will they find some middle ground between AC Milan and themselves for Marcus Rashford's salary? Or will they just have to firm the L and just, have to pay the difference? I don't know what will happen. But in terms of a loan move, I've said this quite a lot. If Marcus Rashford goes out on loan, wherever he goes out, Man United will have to cover some of it. And I'm not going to lie. Like I said earlier before, if they let him go out for a loan and they get a small kind of loan fee, it's nothing to Manchester United. The most important thing is getting a loan move with an obligation to buy. For me, that should be absolute priority. If you genuinely want Marcus Rashford out of the door, get him out the door completely. Now, it's unfortunate because Marcus Rashford won't get a chance to say goodbye to the fans that he's, served for 10 or so years. He won't get the opportunities to say goodbye to the Old Trafford crowd. But who has? Nobody has. Anthony Martial didn't. Lingard didn't. David De Gea didn't. Nobody in the last couple of years has got a chance, even in the past as well. But no one has gotten the chance to say goodbye to the crowd at Manchester United. I don't know what it is. They just like to end things on bitter terms all the time with players. Marcus Rashford's situation for me, it's not really any different than that. And we'll go into a bit more detail. But listen, guys, we've got over 80 people here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Like I always say, it really helps with the algorithm to get the channel out there as well. If you want to join the membership club, you can. It's the pinned comment in the chat. You get your badges, you get your emojis, you get your custom member content, and of course, you get to support the growth of the channel. It's sad, man. I've got to get rid of that emoji soon. It's very sad. If you want to support the channel in alternative ways, you can by sending in super chats with your comments, with your questions, with your thoughts, or just to show some love. It's as simple as that. And like I said, that goes a long way because it helps me to run the channel, grow the channel, and grow the community as well. Will I miss Marcus Rashford? Yes. But do Man United need to find a solution for Marcus Rashford? Yes. I think Rashford's career is done. Might be time for him to go for the money move to PSG, Saudi. I don't think so. I don't think his career is done. He's only 27, 28, 27. He's still got a number of years in him. As long as he wants it. That's the thing. He's got these years in him and he can still perform at that level as long as he still wants to. Your biggest enemy And this is just in life in general, guys. Your biggest enemy is your comfort zone, where you feel comfortable. If you want to if you want to like excel, if you want to go ahead and, grow, you have to step out of your comfort zone. And Marcus Rashford has been comfortable for way too long. And that's why I respect the fact that even he's noticed he needs a new challenge away from Manchester. Heyman, it's 4 a.m. Damn, 4 a.m. here in India. I'm watching and supporting you. Big up, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You're making it big, inshallah. Inshallah, God willing. Big up, man. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Mina, I want to make Arsenal fans cry on Sunday. Wallahi, says Aminor. I've been a member for 13 months. Big up to Aminor. That's a problem for Sunday, man. I can't like, am I the only one that don't care about the FA Cup? Yes, it's against Arsenal, so yes, we have to care. But I think I've tapped out mentally from the season, guys. I actually think I've tapped out. Why is everyone saying this kid's career is done? I don't know why. I think people want it to be done so that they can be like, I told you so. But I don't think his career is done. But I do agree with the fact that he needs a challenge away from Old Trafford. And Man United have to find a solution. Like, one thing I don't want to occur is that he goes out on loan and he comes back and suddenly it's kind of uncertain about where his future lies. Like Jadon Sancho. Do you guys remember pre-season? Everyone was gassed. Sancho's back. Then bam, transfer deadline day. United's trying to get him out of the club. I don't want another situation like that. If you know what the issue is, stamp it out right now. Find a solution for it so that in the summer, Man United can start essentially on a fresh slate when it comes to the transfer window. They would have got rid of quite a few of the players that they needed to, like Marcus Rashford, like Casemiro, maybe like Eriksen, maybe like Anthony. And in the summer transfer window, they can focus a lot more rather than trying to get more money and sell more players. They can just kind of focus on the transfer window and bringing in players. And on the topic of bringing in players, Samuel Luckhurst was reporting earlier today. Again, this is Samuel Luckhurst, so I'm going to take it with a pinch of salt, guys. Manchester United are not actively targeting Nuno Mendes this month. Manchester United are expected to be in the market for a left back in the summer. He's also reported that Manchester United have not ruled out the possibility of signing Kolo Muani on loan. United need a left back. What's the likelihood, guys, that United let multiple players go? Say they let Casemiro go, they let Rashford go, and they let Eriksen go this window, and they don't sign anyone. That's how I will say it like this. That's how you know United are effed from a PSR perspective. If United let 3 players go, offload wages, get a transfer fee for maybe 1 or 2 of them, but they do not bring anybody in, just know that is a clear sign of how dire Manchester United's PSR situation is. Now, Man United reported a loss of nearly over 100 million in their most recent financial accounts. I'm not going to tell you the details because, like I said, I did a video on it today and it's up right now, so make sure you check it out. But let's just say that United are playing very, very close with fire when it comes to PSR. They are. But I think they've actually been accused in the media of like getting special treatment from the Premier League. I don't know. It's just what I read. However, what I will say is that if United are actively searching for a player in this window, please do not sign a player just for the sake of it. Even if it's on a loan deal, don't sign a player just for the sake of it. Now, last January, Man United didn't sign anybody. The January before that is the window that we signed Weghorst and Sabitzer. They did go on to win the Carabao Cup with United, but neither of them went on to stay on a permanent deal. And yes, 6 months for me is enough time, or 5 months is enough time for us to be able to identify whether or not, players can be an integral part to the team or to the squad. However, when we already know what the deficiencies are in the team and we already know how to kind of rectify it by bringing in specific profiles or specific types of players, United need to move for that. Even if United just sign one player, if United just sign a left wing back in the January window, at least that's the first piece of the puzzle that you're trying to build, rather than get into the summer window and trying to build all the entire puzzle at once and trying to put one piece here and one piece there, but it's not going in and it's not the right shape, etc., etc. At least lay the foundations now in the January transfer window, because I think it's actually quite negligent to let Marcus Rashford go and you don't bring in another attacker. You let Anthony go and Marcus Rashford go without bringing in another body. What's the likelihood United are going to promote Obi Martin from the academy? I don't think that's likely. I genuinely don't see that likely to be happening. But it could happen because Ruben Amorim might find himself in a situation where he has to go to the academy and pick out players because he doesn't have enough, for example, forwards. I don't know if you lot remember, but Eric Ten Hag, when he didn't have enough strikers, he had Ethan Wheatley coming off the bench. He had some random people coming off the bench when he did not have enough players on the bench. He would just go and pick out players from the academy. So we'll definitely kind of keep an eye on that. What else? Let's go with some positive news. I am glad Manchester United have agreed terms with Amad Diallo for a new contract. Simple. It's been in talks, guys, for a long time. A couple of months they've been in talks. However, once Ruben Amorim's arrival came, he was kind of sold on the idea to stay at Manchester United. There was 2 other top clubs that were interested in him, but Amad only wanted Manchester United. Now, we don't know how much he's earning, but it's reported that he could earn around 120 a week. Bro, I don't care what he earns. Get your money, bro. But what is the important part is his new contract. His new contract is going to be a 5-year deal, guys. It's going to take him to June 2030 with a 1-year option. If that is not if that's not United telling you that you are going to be a key part of the project, then I don't know what else. Of course, that could be another way of, trying to buff up a player to maybe sell him in the future. I don't know. But a 5-year plus 1 deal, you don't really see that at Man United. I think the most that we were seeing before was like 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1. But it's a 5 plus 1. A certain blue club offers 9-year contracts. Yeah, they can't do that anymore, though. They can't do that anymore. But like I said, 2 other top clubs called Amad this month, but he only wanted to stay and renew with Manchester United. And that is coming from Fabrizio Romano. It is kind of sad, though, that Amad can't announce his new contract. United can't do it because it's already been announced by Fabrizio Romano. That is the world of reporting that we live in now. But this is something positive, guys. With all the hoo-ha of transfers, is this person going to leave? Is this person going to come? Oh my God, INEOS want to sell Mainoo. Oh my God, they want to sell Garnacho. Oh my God, they're going to sell Rashford. Oh my God, they want to sign Kolo Muani. Oh my God, a swap deal for Vlahovic. At least we've got something positive to finally go through this week. What's the wages, though? We don't know. We actually don't know. And I don't think we'll know. Maybe someone will report it tomorrow. But I can imagine it'll be around 110 to 130. I can't imagine it being more than that. I mean, he's on 28K a week right now, which is the contract that he signed when he joined Manchester United. So anything more than that is gonna be top. He'll walk away with it. Offer him 100K a week, and that's like 4 times more than what he's on right now. So surely he'll be happy with that. But I'm sure that players are also looking at what teammates are earning and thinking, you know what, you don't even play and you're getting 200K a week. How? Which is why I can imagine this whole thing about Kobbie Mainoo asking for 200K. You probably saw Mason Mount going from medical room to medical room and getting paid 200K for it. So he's probably thinking, well, at least I'm actually running on the pitch and I'm actually playing. I should get that. But of course, we don't know. It's just, I would say, I think it's the way that I see the thing about Kobbie Mainoo asking for 200K. The club briefed that they were looking to listen to offers for Mainoo and Garnacho. So the club's also briefing, he's asking for this month. I think players just want a competitive team. With that, they also want competitive wages. I hope that United are gone from the days that they're kind of held ransom by players and they're paying outrageous transfer fees for people. And I hope INEOS stamp that out. I really, really do. But listen, guys, be sure to hit the like button if you've just come through. If you've been here this whole time and you haven't hit the like button, you're an absolute disgrace. You're an absolute cheat. What do we have coming? We got a lot of content coming over the week. Like I said, I'm being more consistent and posting videos as well as live streams. So make sure you check that out. I posted a new video earlier today. So if you guys please do go over and just watch it. It's only like 7 minutes and it's PSR explained for everyone. It's in the chat right now. Go over there. Please hit the like button because it really helps with the algorithm and it really helps to push the channel out there. But I'll be back tomorrow, inshallah, with Daily Dose of Mina at the usual time. Hopefully we got a here we go for somebody and some cemented news maybe for someone else. But listen, guys, like I said, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. It's a different one today because it's a lot shorter than usual and it's a lot later than usual. But hopefully that means people on, you know, the Americas and all of that kind of stuff can check it out. Like I said, guys, be sure to hit the like button. Mina, what's the new channel you talked about earlier? Yes, new channel. Well, I just changed my gaming channel over to a new channel, my second channel, where I will be doing all non-football, non-United stuff. So it's not a new channel, it's just a second channel. If you want to see videos of everything else football related, you know, Arsenal, Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Champions League, all of those kind of brief roundup videos, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. I'm going to upload it on there. This will be the home of Manchester United because it's only right, because that's how I started. But I really want to get into doing other football outside of Manchester United. So make sure you guys check out that channel as well. But like I said, hit the like button on your way out, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night. I'm out. I'll catch a lot of you guys tomorrow. Peace.